What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records, and it's been a while, been a long time since I've been to the great state of Colorado, so I'm not sure if they refer to Denver as Big D, but if they do, they need to stop immediately. Because when you're talking about Big D, it's gotta be them Cowboys, everything Dallas, including them Mavericks. And if you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment in the comment section about where you're watching this video from. Shout outs to everybody from Louisiana, LA, the Bronx, 5 boroughs of New York, Dallas, and of course H-Town with them Stros in the World Series. Speaking of the World Series, it made me think about Simone Biles. I don't know if you know her or not, but she threw out the first pitch a couple days ago in one of the Astros games, and she's become recently the most decorated athlete ever in the history of the sport. Think about that. She's just barely into her prime now, right now, and what we're witnessing with that is phenomenal. But it made me think about the similarities between the two sports, between basketball and gymnastics. I mean, they both take an incredible amount of patience, discipline, practice, okay, tremendous athletic ability. There's a lot of jumping, twisting, and turning, but the most underrated aspect of both of these sports, to me, in my personal opinion, is balance. Okay, you definitely need a lot of balance to succeed in these two sports, because if you don't have balance, or if you lose your balance, you fall off or you fall down, sometimes both. Speaking of falling off, the Dallas Mavericks have said before they are 2-1 after that loss a couple nights ago to the Portland Trail Blazers with CJ McCollum and Dame Dollar doing their thing. They were blazing, of course. The reason why they didn't have any balance, because you had Porzingis and you had Luka Doncic shooting 25% from the three-point line. And then you have the rest of the guys on the team, who most of them aren't notable three-point shooters. They didn't do well at all either. I mean, they weren't blazing from the three-point line to balance it out, so they shot sucky too. I mean, and you're just not going to win any games like that. I mean, so that was horrible. So it was good to see how they would bounce back, from a tough loss the other night. You want to get that type of emotions out of your system early during the season, so you can start to build and grow upon what you learn from those, going through those type of adversities. You know, so they came back playing the Denver Nuggets. They got their own dynamic duo of Yusuf Nurkic and Jamal Murray. I hate to go, not really personally, but man, he always gets on the Lakers' nerves. I just don't like his attitude, but that's besides the point. I'm moving on. Man, then you got Luka Doncic and you got Kristaps Porzingis, affectionately known from me as Wondercorn. So I wanted to see how they were going to do, and lo and behold, they came out again. I thought, sometimes you shouldn't complain about where you're at in life, your lot in life, because it can always get worse, and it did just that. They shot 25% from the three-point line last game. In this game, they shot 15%. I'm not a math wizard or genius, but man, something in my heart tells me that is not good. That is not good at all. Could we look over to the bench of the rest of the starting five to pick us up and help us to balance this out? They couldn't do it last game, but they did it today. The rest of the guys on the team, everybody not named Porzingis and Doncic, they shot and remember, in the NBA, in high school, and college, if you're shooting anywhere around 40% from the three-point line, you have got the green light to go and take those shots. These guys, the rest of the team, they shot 48% from the field. They were on fire from the three-point line, and that helped to balance them out, because man, Porzingis and Doncic, they needed that. They were struggling to put that ball into the hole. not only were they balanced from the 3-point line, but like 9 out of 10 people that played, they had 10 people that played, 9 out of 10 people that played scored in double figures. It's like almost unheard of. Everybody's getting to touch the ball. Everybody's getting opportunity to shine. Everybody's getting their chance to contribute to a win. Now, I gotta mention some things, from Denver Nugget fans out there. Man, Nikola Jokic, he didn't score a lot of points, but man, he had a triple-double. He is going to be a yearly MVP candidate. Paul Millsap, this guy, everybody forgets about him, but he's getting like $30-something million this year to play basketball. He always kills LeBron James and my Lakers. He just eats us up. I was like, well, who is this guy? I didn't even know he was still in the league. He kills and kills and kills. So I knew he had like 23 points. Like, wow, Jamal Murray shot like 50% from the field. So he got some buckets. And I was like, man, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at most of the stats were pretty even. I'm like, how did they lose this game? How did the Nuggets lose? And then I saw it. It wasn't about balance or anything like that. They were fouling. Man, they had like 10 or 12 extra more fouls than the Dallas Mavericks. They couldn't keep their hands to themselves. I don't know what they were doing. They practiced Jeet Kune Do or whatever they were doing. But man, they were fouling. And that allowed the Dallas Mavericks to keep grinding it out and creep back into the game. And they pulled ahead for a little bit. Then they fought at the end and held on to that victory. So way to bounce back for the Dallas Mavericks. Some good things that I saw from WonderCore. Some good things that I saw is that, before I get to WonderCore, Dwight Powell is back. Dwight Powell is back. He was the lone person. Of course, I think it was his hamstring was messed up. You don't want to play too many minutes. He came, he started, played a few minutes. That's the reason why he didn't get in double figures. It would have been like everybody in the whole team, which I've never heard of ever since I've been watching basketball. And that's been quite a while. I've watched a lot of games, but not at the NBA level where everybody gets in double figures and you play 10 people. Unless it's like a huge blowout, you win by like 40 or something like that. So all the subs get to go into the game like at halftime, and they get played extended garbage time minutes as they call it. But he came in, he looked all right, showed some energy. I'm just glad I haven't heard any signs or any word that he's re-injured or tweaked his hamstring. So that's all we want. Maximilian Kleber went to the bench and he showed out, got some good buckets, shot well from the field, and he got 3 blocks. I believe he had 3 blocks. That's what I'm telling you. He's that guy. He's that guy. He shot well from the 3-point line. That's what's up. Porzingis didn't score a bunch of buckets, but he did consistently go with 2 more blocks. Add that to his yearly totals. We provide some type of deterrent down low instead of having DeAndre Jordan, who's barely averaging like 1 a game, which is ridiculous when you don't add anything else to the game. That's ridiculous. But I'm moving on. That's why I call him one of the trash brothers. Okay, he officially made the team. Won't stand out after that because everybody was shooting well. Like I said, everybody had like 10, 12, 14 points. So it was just a great performance overall from the whole team. But man, Tim Hardaway Jr., I said, hey, this guy's going to have to start doing something. I don't expect his numbers to stay down that low, but he's got to, I'm not saying be a superstar, but he stepped up. I believe he hit 4 of 6 3-pointers. Hey, man, yes, okay, he was knocking down shots. It was good to see that ball going through the hole, but what I really liked is he had some great, tremendous defensive efforts that he had. A couple of times he went and dug in on, I believe it's Jokic, Yusuf Nurkic. No, Nikola Jokic. Down low, he was boxing out. I keep thinking of Nurkic from the Blazers. But, man, they got traded for each other a couple of years ago, but that's besides the point. But he dove in, swiped the ball away, dove on the floor for the ball. So, man, kudos to you. He did whatever he had to do. And then at the end, they didn't make a lot of plays, but, Porzingis and Tim Hardaway and Luka Doncic, they made just enough.
Luka down the right side of the court. That is a mismatch every time. Easy layup for Luka. Magic. On the wing. Starts him up. Step back. Wet. You know what this is. That had to feel good after the dreadful three-point shooting performance. Oh my God, what a pass! He threw it like a slingshot from out the side of his arm to Maximilian Kleber, who passes it to Seth, who swings the ball to Tim Hardaway Jr. from the corner. Good for the three. That's got to feel good for him, too. He's been struggling this year. Then he passes to Max and Kleber again. I told you he was a very good three-point shooter, especially playing the center position. Oh, no, Tim Hardaway on the break looks up, sees Dorian Finney-Smith. Brings the crossover over his head for that easy layup. DeLon Wright pick and roll with Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. behind the back. Pulls up for the jumper, and it's good. Gotta be feeling good right now. Shots going in. His confidence goes through the roof. Pick and roll. Pass to Maxi Kleber. I told you these guys have supreme confidence in each other. And the chemistry is working right now. The alley-oop. Got him. Throw it down. Big fella. Maximilian Kleber with the easy throwdown. Assisted from Luka. And another assist. That's way too easy to Seth Curry. Jalen Brunson finding Tim Hardaway Jr. again. You did not read the scouting report. He heats up in a microsecond. Been struggling all year, but he's hot right now. And I mean, that boy is on fire right now. They need to get a hand in his face. DeLon Wright. What? Max? I thought he was going to pass Maxi Kleber, but no. Tim Hardaway Jr. is open again. It's like an instant replay from the same spot. Come on, Malone, the coach for the Nuggets. You got to do better than that. And that chemistry, they gel. Oh, man, that dynamic duo. It might be another dynamic duo. They got so many on the back. Oh, my God. What a fantastic layup over Paul Millsap. He finishes. He switches. Goes past Harris, and it finishes with the left hand off the glass. Luka Magic for the sensational play during a struggling game.
That's how you bounce back from a poor performance or a loss, a devastating loss at the end of the game. You come up with a team effort. Everybody contributes. It's not right to expect two people to bring 50, 60 points every single night. And then if we don't do that, we lose. And everything's on my shoulders. You guys are professionals. You guys are getting paid too. I mean, we want us to perform well, but everybody needs to continue to contribute to take some of that load off the shoulders. It's not right to expect that from them or from the fans who are watching the game. You got to have a reasonable, realistic approach to how you watch the game. Luka's not going to get 30 every night, especially with the way he's shooting threes or the three-point shots that he's getting. Nobody's really creating for Luka Doncic. He got to create everything on himself, and all the eyes are on Luka. So, man, I don't expect his three-point shooting to go much above 34% for the season because he's just not going to get those shots. But a little bit better than what he's doing right now. And that'll really help out the team. If you want to help me out, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Leave a comment where you're watching this video from. If you think that the dynamic duo, Wondercore, Porzingis and Luka Doncic is better than Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. And we can get ready for this fantastic showdown between my Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory. Showtime Records. Holla.